DAWs are great, but increasingly users are finding themselves overwhelmed and stressed, which is a far away from the headspace you need to be in to make great music. So is our big technological love affair with the digital audio workstation starting to wane? Let's dive straight in. Do you use a DAW? Perhaps you prefer to use a Porta Studio, maybe you use a hybrid of the two. Maybe you're using a DAW, you're thinking about going back to using a Porta Studio. I want to hear from you. Let me know about your experiences in the comments box below. And whilst you're there, why not grab my free gift for you, a vocal EQ cheat sheet that's going to take the stress out of mixing vocals. You can download that from the link below this video. A big thing with using a DAW is that you spend a lot of time staring at a screen. It actually wasn't until quite recently when I was trying out the new Zoom R4 4-track that I realised quite how different an experience is back recording on a 4-track. Yes, this has a little mini screen on it, but it's nothing like looking at the screen on a DAW. Yes, there are things you can do, hacks you can do. You can turn your screen off when you're recording. You can look away and not look at the screen. But let's face it, if you're anything like me, when you're recording, you end up kind of zoning into that screen and staring into that screen, and that's just not healthy for a music making mentality. It also encourages the copy and paste mentality where we think, okay, I'm just going to record this bit and get up to the verse, and then I'm just going to, if that's gone well, going to copy it and paste it into the next verse, and maybe I'll double it up for the next two verses, which is a very different experience from playing from start to finish, which you may do in a Pro Studio, or you might experience working on a Porta Studio as well. That gives a real natural flow and sense of progression to the song. It also enables you to work much more like a musician. This next one is a big hitter, and it's a big reason why sometimes I found myself coming into a studio and 20 minutes later walking out and not getting any work done that day. And that's just the amount of updates and error codes and issues that you can come across when you're working inside a DAW. Yes, working in Porta Studios from 20 or 30 years ago had their own problems, but most of the time they were pretty reliable. Now, DAWs are great, but when you hit an update or when a plugin isn't working, when there's an error code, it's an absolute workflow killer. And talking of workflow killers, this might be the biggest killer of all. It's distractions. Of course, to work on a DAW, you've got to turn your computer on. And when you turn your computer on, are you going to go straight into that DAW, or are you going to go straight onto the internet, check out YouTube, check out your emails? It's so distracting. Even opening up my DAW Studio One, there's videos down the side before I can open up my projects. You're just bombarded straight away with distraction. And if you open up YouTube, forget it. There could be an hour that goes past before you even start working on your project. And then you find when you do log into your DAW, there's an error code, a plugin doesn't work and it needs an update. And talking of plugins, when you're a new user and you open up that DAW for the first time, you're going to be really chuffed with the amount of stock plugins that you can access, but it doesn't take long before you start hankering after the latest plugin, or you see a few online that you want to get that are pretty expensive. The plugin and gear marketing trap surrounding digital audio workstations is real, and you've got to keep your eye on it. If you've got your DAW set up on a computer in a fixed space, maybe in your spare room, where of course you've got all your musical instruments and your monitors and all your home studio stuff, you're going to find yourself going into that room to write and create and then record and then mix and then master. And working from just that one space can be incredibly uninspiring. I would definitely suggest at any points of that process that you can get out of that space, particularly at the writing stage, that you do. But yes, DAWs are incredible. Modern technology is amazing. It's just incredible what it's done for us home studio users, but it has come with a price. Remember, your mental health is number one. there is an off button. So as I said at the top of the video, I want to hear from you. How do you find using a DAW? Do you find that it stresses you out? Are you sick and tired of updates and error codes? Or do you find that the good massively outweighs the bad? Let me know in the comments box. Whilst you're down there, don't forget to grab your free gift, that vocal EQ cheat sheet. That's going to help you every time you come to mix vocals. And if you want to take your home studio skills to the next level, I've got a free 7-day all access pass to over $700 worth of home studio tuition, access also to the home studio closed community group, and exclusive monthly content. You'll find the link for the free 7-day access pass also below this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but most importantly, go and have yourself a great day. And if you enjoyed this video, you're definitely going to enjoy this one.